Please stand for the entry of our national colors. Now entering the parade deck is the Massachusetts State Police Color Guard. The Color Guard is the Massachusetts State Police drill and ceremonial unit consisting of troopers who volunteer their time and expertise to represent the Massachusetts State Police in ceremonies throughout the Commonwealth. Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing. At this time, I'd like to introduce Lois Dwyer, a Worcester Tech 11th grade Allied Health student, who will sing the Star Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Please remain standing while the Color Guard exits the arena. President, please be seated. President Barack Obama, Congressman James McGovern, Governor Deval Patrick, members of the Cabinet, members of the Great and General Court, Secretary of Education Matthew Malone, state and local officials, Worcester Mayor Joseph Petty, Worcester City Council, Worcester Public Schools, School Committee, Superintendent Dr. Melinda Boone, faculty, parents, students, and invited guests. Good afternoon, and welcome to the 104th Commencement of Worcester Technical High School. Commencement is a special event for a school community, a time to celebrate accomplishments as our graduates embark upon their futures. Today, we are celebrating the accomplishments of 301 students. These graduates have earned their high school diploma, a certificate in a technical area, and many have gained industry-recognized certifications as well as college credit. Our students are truly graduating college and career ready, and I'm confident that you have been prepared to be successful in your future. Schools in the past taught the 3 R's, reading, writing, and arithmetic. This is no longer sufficient in our 21st century. Worcester Technical High School's mission is to properly prepare our students both academically and technically with 21st century skills to be successful and competitive in a global economy. The 3 R's of the past have evolved to the 4 R's at Worcester Tech. The first R is rigor. Members of the class of 2014 were engaged in challenging academic coursework and thrived in their classrooms. Because of your accomplishments, our school was named a 2013 United States Department of Education Blue Ribbon School. Yes, yes, yes. There are approximately 140,000 total schools in our country, and the United States Department of Education selected 286 schools to receive this national distinction. This equates to 0.2% of all the schools in the country. We have so much to be proud of. You have taken full advantage of every opportunity that our teachers, programs, and school have offered. 82% of our graduates today have future plans to continue their education at 2- and 4-year colleges and universities, and 11% are entering the world of work to build upon the skills and knowledge that you received in your technical programs. 3% of our graduates will be proudly serving our country in the military. The second R is relevance. Our students are provided an opportunity to connect the academic theory to their related vocational technical program and engage in real-world applications. Our students and staff in the construction programs partnered with Worcester Polytechnical Institute to construct a zero-energy home that competed in the United States Department of Energy's Solar Decathlon in Datong, China last summer. Our students worked alongside elite engineer students to develop and hone their skills on the latest technologies in the STEM field in their respective trades and saw the fruits of their labor and truly in a lifetime global cultural experience in China. In addition, our graduates have achieved state and national placement in DECA, Skills USA, and VEX robotics competitions. 3 DECA students. 3 DECA seniors competed in an international competition in Atlanta, Georgia. 6 Skills USA gold medal winners will compete in the national competition in Kansas City later this month. And in 2013, the VEX robotics team competed against 426 teams representing 24 different countries and won the 2013 VEX Robotics World Championship. The third R is relationships. Education cannot exist in a vacuum, nor can we educate students alone. We need business and higher ed partners. Over 350 business and industry leaders, higher education representatives, parents and students formed our advisory board. With their guidance, they keep Worcester Tech's finger on the pulse of what business and industry and higher ed is expecting of our graduates. They also have been providing meaningful, cooperative educational experiences and internships in industry and established college articulations which benefit our students and their families greatly. And the last R stands for responsibility. The late John F. Kennedy once said, "To those whom much is given, much is expected." Our students at Worcester Technical High School are blessed with incredible opportunities and are expected to give back to their community. You manufactured over 250 magnificent illuminated wreaths that were used to decorate the downtown area of our city for the holiday season. The city has not been so festively decorated for decades. In addition, you have built a veterinary clinic, Tufts at Tech, at our school. Tufts at Tech is a national model that provides veterinary services to low-income families in the greater Worcester area. This clinic would not be possible if it wasn't for our students and staff converting an existing space into a public animal clinic. Also, our cosmetology staff and students were trained by the American Cancer Society and the Look Good, Feel Better program to provide complimentary beauty sessions that create a sense of support, confidence, and courage for people undergoing cancer treatment. The work you have done in this community will have a positive, lasting impact for years to come. The class of 2014 has much to be proud. You have attended this school at an important and a fruitful time in its history. But as bright as our future is, both as a class and a school, we are truly standing on the shoulders of those who came before us. We certainly owe a debt of gratitude to Mr. Ted Coughlin and many of the other contemporaries who have shaped our past for our school. Ted Coughlin is the godfather of our school and the Milton Higgins of the 21st century. We love you, Ted. Our school believes in motivation and inspiration. For the past 4 years, we have traveled with the entire school, 1,600 students and staff on a field trip to the Hanover Theater for the Performing Arts to hear national speakers. Graduates, take forward with you the advice of Ms. Erin Gruwald's powerful message. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't, because you can. Live by the words of Mr. Christopher Gardner, who champions be world class at something. Listen to the 3 doctors when they stated, "Call me geek today, I'll be your boss tomorrow." And this year's speaker, oh yes. And this year's speaker, General Colin Powell, who challenged you with his remarks, "The future of our country is in your hands. You are the next leaders of America. Get ready for it." Let the lessons you have learned through their lives, experiences, guide you when faced with difficult decisions and life obstacles. Always take the high road. Once again, thank you for 4 remarkable years. Let me be the first to congratulate you and to wish you success in the future. Congratulations. At this time, I'd like to draw your attention to the empty seat in the graduation section. This seat is for Nick Marlborough. Nick Marlborough passed away. Nick Marlborough passed away almost 2 years ago, and although he's not physically here with us today, he certainly is here in our hearts and will never be forgotten by his classmates. I'd also like to recognize 10 Worcester Technical High School faculty members that will be graduating to the next phase of their lives. The retirees are Kevin Cassavoy, Welding Department Head. Thank you for 13 years of service. William Cousins, Assistant Principal. Thank you for 24 years of service. Thomas Gusick, Science Teacher. Thank you for 13 years of service. Daniel Hoffman, Welding Teacher. Thank you for 28 years of service. Michael Hurley, Machine Tech Teacher. Thank you for 8 years of service. Francis Marangolo, Social Studies Department Head. Thank you for 35 years of service. Mary O'Malley, Assistant Principal. Thank you, Mary, for 28 years of service. Mary Rose, Early Childhood Department Head, thank you for 36 years of service. Wayne Staltier, Hospitality Department Head, thank you for 18 years of service. Mary Lou Zamaro, Assistant Principal, thank you for 29 years of service. They represent 232 combined years of service at Worcester Technical High School. We appreciate and applaud their dedication and commitment to our students. At this time, I'd like to introduce Dr. Melinda Boone, Superintendent of Worcester Public Schools. Dr. Boone has been our superintendent for the past 5 years, overseeing a school system of more than 24,000 students, 2,000 plus teachers, and 44 schools. Dr. Boone has a bachelor's degree from Hampton Institute, a master's of arts in audiology from the University of Illinois, a certificate of advanced studies from Old Dominion University, and a doctor of education from the College of William and Mary. Dr. Boone is a 2004 Fellow of the Broad Urban Superintendent's Academy. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Boone to the podium.
Good afternoon. It is both my honor and pleasure to greet parents, grandparents, family members, faculty, staff, and community for the Worcester Technical High School graduation. Your support of these students has nurtured them to this, the first of many milestones in their lives. Thank you for that. And I'm so proud today to greet the Worcester Technical High School class of 2014. Worcester Technical High School has provided you an outstanding program of studies. Worcester Public Schools and Worcester Technical High School have provided you a solid educational background and readiness for college and careers. Mr. President, your selection of Worcester Technical High School for your graduation message validates the accomplishments of these students, faculty, administration, and principal. We've grounded them with an education for life, and President Obama, your presence here today is a capstone to their high school experience and brings them graduation memories. You also provide them graduation memories that they will share in college, at work, with their children and grandchildren for a lifetime. So thank you, Mr. President, for rewarding their focus and determined efforts and their achievement. As is my practice, my remarks are very brief. You are here to see your graduates receive their diplomas, and today to hear the President of the United States address this awesome class. Each year, the Worcester County Superintendent's Roundtable recognizes scholars in the area's high school. Each scholar submits their favorite quotation that I use as a focus of my remarks. This year, Naomi Desolates is the Worcester Technical High School scholar. Congratulations, Naomi. Naomi's quote is taken from David Mitchell's book, Cloud Atlas. The quote, "My life amounts to no more than one drop in a limitless ocean. Yet what is an ocean but a multitude of drops?" Let me repeat that. My life amounts to no more than one drop in a limitless ocean. Yet what is any ocean but a multitude of drops? Worcester Technical High School class of 2014, don't ever believe that as an individual you are insignificant. Just as it takes the multitude of drops to form an ocean, it takes those same single drops to create momentum and energy to advance change in this city, this state, this nation, this world. We know that President Obama's mother raised him with this belief that change begins with a single person having both the courage and the will to try. Always follow your hearts and passion. Be one drop, one significant drop, and never ever apologize for seeing the bigger picture. Go forth, do great things, represent Worcester Technical High School, the city of Worcester, and this nation well. Congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, Dr. Boone, for your fine remarks. Would Mrs. Elizabeth Ward and Mr. Nate Meyer please stand and be recognized? Mrs. Ward and Mr. Meyer are the class of 2014 faculty advisors. They have worked tirelessly for our graduates, and at this time, would you please give them a warm round of applause? It is my honor to introduce the Mayor of the City of Worcester, the Honorable Joseph M. Petty. Mayor Petty is serving his 8th two-year term as Councilor at Large and his 2nd term as Mayor of the City of Worcester. He is a graduate of Holy Name Central Catholic High School in Worcester. He received a BS in Business Administration from Nichols College in Dudley and a law degree from New England School of Law in Boston. Please give the Mayor of the City of Worcester a Worcester Tech welcome.
Thank you, Sheila. Mr. President, Governor Patrick, Congressman McGovern, Dr. Boone, Dr. Harity, City Manager Ed Augustus, members of the Worcester School Committee, City Council, and State Delegation, honored guests, parents, family members, and of course to the members of the graduating class of 2014. Welcome on behalf of the people of Worcester. Mr. President, we are the 2nd largest city in New England in the heart of the Commonwealth. While we are the 2nd city, we are truly a city of firsts. It was here, 6 months before the Battle of Concord and Lexington, that the American Revolution really began, when over 4,000 citizens from Worcester and the surrounding towns marched peacefully down Main Street, just a few blocks from here, and took control of the courthouse, defying the British governor. The actions of our fellow citizens led to the famous shot heard around the world. It was here on July 14, 1776, that the Declaration of Independence was first publicly read in Massachusetts. It was here in the Worcester on October 23, 1850, that the women's suffrage movement was born, when the first National Women's Rights Convention was held. And it was here that the Abby Kelly Foster, a leader in both the abolitionist movement and the women's suffrage movement, got her start. We have a rich history. It was here that both the Valentine and the monkey wrench were invented. And it was here that the first perfect game in Major League Baseball was pitched. It was here on one of the Worcester 7 Hills that a young Clark University professor named Robert Goddard launched the modern space age, when he fired a liquid-fueled rocket. That rocket rose only 41 feet, but he gave birth to a galaxy of possibilities. Because of Robert Goddard, we have landed on the moon, explored the solar system, and continue to push the boundaries of space. We're humbled and honored that you chose to be here, Mr. President, but you should know that you aren't the first president to grace these hills. One of our Worcester Public School teachers even went on to become the 2nd president of the United States. Of course, I speak of John Adams. It was here at the College of the Holy Cross in 1905 that President Theodore Roosevelt became the first American president to speak at a Catholic college. And it was here that President Lyndon Johnson chose to announce the end of the filibuster, which allowed for the Voting Rights Act to become a reality. From the American Revolution to the Industrial Revolution, from advancements in technology to advancements in civil rights, the men and women of our city have led the way. But we do not live in the past. Today we have a world-class Biotechnology Park, and the world-class medical school at the University of Massachusetts. We lead American robotics with our program at WPI and our video gaming with Mass Digi at Becker College. So, to the young men and women of this graduating class, and the students of other fine high schools who have graduated this past week, I remind you of your foundation you stand upon and the future that will come. The idea that we can build a state-of-the-art high school with talented teachers and eager learners is not upon rocket science. That is why Worcester Technical High School was selected as a blue ribbon high school headed by the finest principal in the country, Taylor Harry. Your efforts, creativity, and your fearlessness to innovate will add to our rich history. As you leave the familiar and secure environment of this school to embark on new adventures, I must remind you that what lies ahead will not be easy. Today, our nation's leaders face issues from air pollution to climate change, from pay equity to poverty, from the new economic reality to ensuring peace of our nation and of our world. These challenges also face our nation's students, and we look to you to make the world safer, cleaner, and greener. While I wish we were sending you out into a more perfect world, I know I speak for all those here today when I tell you that we know you can make it better. The opportunities are endless. Whether you're going off to college, entering the workforce, or joining our nation's armed services, nothing is out of the question for you. One of you may be the next Robert Goddard launching America's next frontier, or the next Loring Coles leading the new industrial revolution, or the next Frances Perkins from Worcester, the first female member of a president's cabinet, who led the fight for equal pay for women. That fight is not over yet, but it may be won by one of our daughters here today. As you take the next step in your life's journey, I know you will make both your parents and your city proud. Congratulations to the class of 2014.
Thank you, Mayor Petty, for your remarks. I'd like to introduce Naomi Desilets, class valedictorian. Naomi has academically challenged herself by taking 5 advanced placement courses. She is an active member of the National Honor Society and a recipient of the John and Abigail Adams Scholarship. Naomi is also a member of the Worcester Tech Student Council and is a student director in the Drama Club. Naomi will be attending the University of Massachusetts at Amherst in the fall. She is enrolled in the honors program majoring in environmental studies. Naomi?
Welcome, family, friends, distinguished guests, Mr. President, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2014. All of our hard work has finally paid off, and today we reminisce and celebrate this giant milestone together. As I prepared for today, I specifically looked back on all of the firsts we experienced together at Worcester Technical High School, and I started to remember all of the people who helped us get to this point. The tech experience began with Jumpstart, where we learned our way around the building and figured out how to read our schedules, received our lockers, took pictures, and got our IDs. And even though we didn't know anyone, we quickly realized that there were many people who were willing to help us. And as time went on, we all adjusted to the alternating academic and shop weeks, and learned that there is no second floor to the CRD building, and despite all of the rumors, there is no swimming pool. The tech experience continued with exploring the different shops and the pressure of making the right decision. What if I choose wrong? And what if I don't get my first choice? But friends, family members, and teachers put these irrational fears to rest, and after finally settling into our shops, we became more comfortable, joining clubs and sports, and forming special bonds with the people around us. Unlike firsts, we don't always get to celebrate the lasts of life, not because they aren't important, but sometimes we don't realize we're doing something for the last time. We didn't know it was the last time when our parents tucked us into bed and carried us upstairs, or the last time we rode in a car seat, or the last time when our procrastination would once again be put off one more day because of a snow day. Unlike many lasts, we were able to count down to the day when we can finally call ourselves high school graduates, days, months, years in advance. It doesn't pass us by without warning like so many other lasts. We foresaw the last appearances on stage for school plays and talent shows, our last varsity sports games, our last day of classes and shops, senior sign-out day, and saying goodbye to friends and teachers. But graduation doesn't mark the end of high school and the life that we've become accustomed to. It also marks a landslide of first. The first time we take charge of our own education and the first time we are truly on our own. Many of us spent the majority of high school waiting for this moment, the moment we consider ourselves free. But don't spend all of your energy waiting around for the firsts and laughs of life to come around. John Lennon once said, "Life is what happens to you when you're busy making other plans." Sometimes we need others to remind us to stop and enjoy the present. Too often we spend all of our time looking ahead instead of focusing on what is directly in front of us. When we were freshmen, we couldn't wait to be 16 and learn how to drive. And when we were finally 16, we couldn't wait to be 18 and be considered adults and make our own choices. We treat ages as hurdles. We jump over it and are done and cross it off of our to-do list. But we could not have crossed off all of those to-dos from the list by ourselves. We had a lot of help along the way. How many times did a family member ask us about our grades? How many times did a teacher challenge us? How many times did a coach push us beyond our limits? And how many times did a guidance counselor ask us about our future? We were never alone at Worcester Tech. The best part of receiving a technical education was developing the strong relationships with our shop teachers and the students within our trade. Unlike many classes, our shop is a constant in our school schedule, and because of this, our shop teachers tend to know us best and have helped many of us not to only strive and survive in high school, but to thrive. We benefited from learning from people who work within the field they teach, and these relationships led to co-op and internship opportunities of a lifetime, serving as catalysts for our future careers. Recently, we lost one of the greatest American writers, Maya Angelou. Her poem alone highlights how we could not have come this far without the love and support of others. The first stanza of the poem says, "Lying, thinking last night, how to find my soul a home, where water is not thirsty and bread loaf is not stone. I came up with one thing, and I don't believe I'm wrong, that nobody but nobody can make it out here alone." We, the class of 2014, certainly did not get here alone. I want to thank everyone who has helped a member of the graduating class get to this stage today. And I want to wish the class of 2014 the best of luck, and thank you.
Thank you, Naomi, for your remarks. At this time, I'd like to introduce Reginald Sarpong. Reginald is the president of the class. Reginald is the president of the class of 2014. Reginald was born in Ghana and arrived in the United States at the age of 11. Reggie is an allied health student and has earned CPR, home health aid, and CNA certifications. In addition, Reggie has earned 13 dual enrollment credits after successfully completing an EMT course and taking 2 college-level Spanish courses. Reggie will be attending Quinsigamond Community College in the fall, participating in the 2+2 program, with plans to attend Anna Maria College to become a physician's assistant. Reginald will introduce our commencement speaker.
Dr. Harity, esteemed guests, faculty, staff, family, friends, and fellow graduates of Worcester Technical High School, class of 2014. It is my extreme honor and privilege to introduce today's keynote speaker. This gentleman was born in Hawaii to a father from Kenya and a mother from Kansas. He was raised with help from his grandparents, and after working his way through college, with the help of scholarships and student loans, moved to Chicago and worked to rebuild communities devastated by the closure of steel mills. He attended law school, where he became the first African-American president of the Harvard Law Review. He returned to Chicago and served 3 terms representing the 13th District in the Illinois Senate, going on to represent Illinois in the United States Senate. On November 4th, 2008, he was elected the 44th President of the United States of America. He is the first African American to hold this office. Just 9 months after the job, he was named the 2009 Nobel Peace Prize laureate. Shortly after being re-elected president in 2012, this advocate for career and technical education outlined a redesign of high schools to partner with them with colleges and employers to offer real-world education and hands-on training that can lead to a job and a career. Sound familiar? Worcester Tech has offered all those opportunities and has prepared us for what lies ahead. We have been given the chance to earn industry-recognized credentials, accumulate college credits, and give back through senior capstones projects to the community that has supported and guided us through our journey. We are awed that the President and all gathered here today have chosen to recognize the benefits of career and technical education, the success it has had, the doors it has opened, and we are even more thrilled to hear the President's words of inspiration as we take the next step of our own American dream. Please join me in welcoming the preeminent leader of the United States, President Barack Obama.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please, everybody be seated. Well, good afternoon. It is great to be back in Massachusetts, and it is great to be here at Worcester Tech. I want to thank Reggie for that outstanding introduction. I want to thank Naomi for those inspiring words. I want to thank your outstanding, fabulous principal, Sheila Harity, who's done so much to make this school a success. Let me just say, when you're the National High School Principal of the Year, you're doing something right. There are a lot of principals out there. And we could not be prouder of what she's doing. I want to thank your mayor, Joseph Petty, your outstanding governor and great friend of mine, Deval Patrick. Wonderful Congressman Jim McGovern. And most of all, I want to thank the class of 2014. Thank you for allowing me to be part of your special day. And y'all look great. And I want to thank all the parents and all the grandparents and the family and the friends. This is your day too. You know, part of the reason I'm here is because I got to practice, because Malia's graduating in 2 years. So I'm trying to get used to not choking up and crying and embarrassing her. So this is sort of my trial runs here. I have to say, I do not remember my high school graduation speaker. I have no idea who it was. I'm sure I was thinking about the party after graduation. I don't remember the party either. I'm just telling the truth here. You will remember the speaker at this graduation because there's a lot of Secret Service around, not because of anything that I say that's so inspiring. But I know this day has been a long time coming. Together you made it through freshman initiation. You survived Mr. O'Connor's English class, which I understand is pretty tough. You know, everybody's got to have like a Mr. O'Connor in their life just to kind of straighten you out. And now it's the big day. Although I noticed that none of you are wearing your IDs. Rumor has it some of you haven't been wearing them for years. Today I'm exercising my power as president, granting an official pardon for all of you who did not follow the rules there. I consider it my graduation gift to you. I know a lot of folks watching at home today will see all of you in your caps and your gowns, and you'll think, well, maybe there's just another class of graduates at another American high school. But I'm here today because there is nothing ordinary about Worcester Tech or the class of 2014. You have set yourselves apart. This high school has set itself apart. Over the past 4 years, some of you have learned how to take apart an engine and put it back together again. Some of you have learned how to run a restaurant, or build a house, or fix a computer. And all of you are graduating today not just with a great education, but with the skills that will let you start your careers, and skills that will make America stronger. Together, you're an example of what's possible when we stop just talking about giving young people opportunity, when we don't just give lip service to helping you compete in the global economy, and we actually start doing it. That's what's happening right here in Worcester. And that's why I'm here today. I like all of you, and I'm glad to be with you, but the thing I really want to do is make sure that what we've learned here at this high school we can lift up for the entire nation. I want the nation to learn from Worcester Tech. Of course, your journey is just beginning. Take a look around at all the smiles from the parents and the grandparents and all the family members. Everything your families have done has been so that you could pursue your dreams, so that you could fulfill your potential. Everybody here has a story of some sacrifice that's been made on your behalf. And whether you're heading to college or the military or starting your career, you're not going to be able to take them with you now. Some of your moms and dads probably wish they could hang on to you a little bit longer. Some of you maybe, they're ready to get rid of you. Regardless, though, you are now entering into a stage where it's up to you. And what you can do is remember some of the lessons that you've learned here and carry them with you, wherever you're going. And I want to talk about 3 of those lessons, a couple of which have already been mentioned by the previous speakers. First of all, I want you to remember that each of us is only here because somebody, somewhere, invested in our success. Somebody invested in us. I know that's true for me. I was raised by a single mom with the help of my grandparents. We didn't have a lot of money. Growing up, at times we struggled. When my mom was going to school at the same time as she was raising my sister and me, we had to scrape to get by. But we had a family who loved me and my sister. And I had teachers who cared about me. And ultimately, with the help of a community and a country that supported me, I was able to get a good education. And I was able to get grants and student loans. And opportunities opened up. And all of this happened because people saw something in me that I didn't always see in myself. That's not just true for me, that's true for Michelle, who grew up the daughter of a blue-collar worker and a mom who stayed at home and then became a secretary, never went to college themselves. That's true for Duvall, who grew up initially on the south side of Chicago and didn't have a lot, and somebody reached out and gave him a hand up. It's true of this city. This is a town that's always been home to smart people with big ideas. The mayor mentioned Robert Goddard, the father of the modern rocket. He was born here, performed some of the earliest tests on rocketry. But Worcester's also prepared its workers for the jobs that those big ideas would bring, and that's why they opened a technical school here more than a century ago, with a class of 29 iron workers and 23 woodworkers, and that school became Worcester Tech. Along the way, the economy changed. Innovation made it possible for businesses to do more with less. The internet meant those companies could do it anywhere. Schools like this were finding it harder to prepare students with the skills that businesses were looking for. And then a guy named Ted Coughlin came along, and Ted's known as the godfather of Worcester Tech because about 10 years ago, he set out to make this school what he knew it could be. A place where businesses train new workers and young people get the keys to a brighter future. And he put his heart and soul into it, and eventually that's what happened. Ted helped raise money for a new building. And the state and federal government chipped in as well. And businesses helped create everything from an auto service center to a bank right inside the school. And top-notch teachers got on board, led by Principal Harity and the assistant principals here, and an outstanding superintendent. And before long, Worcester Tech was on its way to becoming one of the best schools in the city. And today, so many students want to come to Worcester Tech that there's a waiting list more than 400 names long. The number of students scoring proficient or advanced in math has gone up 100%. In English, more than 200%. 95% of students now graduate in 4 years. And just as impressive, many of you are leaving here with more than a diploma. You're already certified as nursing assistants and EMTs and home health aides and preparing to become IT associates. And with the credits that you've earned, some of you are already on your way to a college diploma. And as Ted said, our students deserve the best, so we can help them become the best for their future and ours. The point is, a lot of people made an investment in you. I can't imagine a better investment. But as you experience your success and as you experience setbacks, you need to remember everything that's been put into making sure that you had opportunity. Which brings me to the second thing I hope you remember when you leave here. You're going to also have to give back. This community invested in you. You've got to make sure that you use those gifts. When my Secretary of Education, Arnie Duncan, came to Worcester Tech earlier this year, he said he had never seen a school more open. If you live near the school, you can come in and get your car detailed for a fraction of what it would cost somebody someplace else. So I'm giving a little free advertising to the detailing operation here. You can eat a meal cooked by students in the culinary arts program. One teacher called the hair salon the city's best kept secret. Your veterinary clinic cares for about 250 pets a month. So I could have brought Bo and Sonny here. You guys would have taken care of them. So Worcester Tech isn't separate from the broader community. You're a vital part of the community. So part of what you've learned here is that we are at our best, we are strongest when we are working together and when we're looking out for one another and we have responsibilities towards each other and all of us have contributions to make. You're giving back to folks who gave you so much, and whatever you do next, I hope you keep giving back. That may mean staying in Worcester and working for one of the companies that helped train you. If it means going to college or the military or using your skills to help more students get the same opportunities that you've had here, no matter what it is that you do, no matter what path you take, I want to make sure that you understand the incredible leadership that we now expect from you. I understand that every year at exam time you hear from a motivational speaker, and one of them this year was Colin Powell. Because when you're getting ready to take a test, it never hurts to get a pep talk from a general. But the best part is that you decide to do the same thing for younger kids. So this class, those of you in the National Honor Society, rolled out the red carpet for students at nearby Chandler Elementary. And so those younger kids left here feeling fired up, inspired by your example, looking up to you, imagining that they could do what you did. And they're going to keep on looking up to you, and there are going to be people across the country who are watching you. And when they see you succeed, when they see you working hard, when they see you overcoming setbacks, that's going to inspire them as well. And that brings me to my final point, which is I hope you leave here today believing that if you can make it, then there shouldn't be any kid out here who can't make it. Every child in America, no matter what they look like or where they grow up, what their last name is. There's so much talent out there. And every single child, as Ted understood when he helped transform this school, every single child should have the opportunity like you have had to go as far as your talents and hard work will take them. I've seen you do it, so we know it's possible. Now, that's a challenging time. I think sometimes I worry that your generation has grown up in a cynical time. In the aftermath of a great recession, in the aftermath of 2 wars, we live in a culture that so often focuses on conflict and controversy and looks at the glass half empty instead of half full. And you're graduating at a time when you'll no longer be competing just with people across town for good jobs. You're going to be competing with the rest of the world. But when I meet young people like you, I am absolutely certain we are not just going to out-compete the rest of the world. We are going to win because of you. Because we are Americans, that's what we do. We don't settle, we outwork, we out-innovate, we out-hustle the competition, and when we do, nobody can beat us. And that's what you've shown at this school. Not just helping a few kids go as far as their hard work will take them. I want all of you to be part of the process of helping all our young people achieve their God-given potential. And as president, my job is to make sure every child in America gets that chance. And Deval Patrick's job is to make sure that everybody in the Commonwealth gets that chance. And the mayor, his focus is making sure everybody in this town gets that chance. Every community is different, but if Worcester can bring teachers and business and entire communities together for the sake of our young people, then other places can too. And that's why I've challenged high schools all across the country to do what you're doing here. Better prepare students for the demands of the global economy. We're getting started this year with a competition that pairs schools and employers and colleges to combine quality education with real-world skills. As part of that initiative, I launched something called Connect Ed, working with the private sector to connect America's students to high-speed broadband and advanced technology, just like you've got here at Worcester Tech. Already, companies have committed to donate $2 billion to this effort. And starting later this week, schools and teachers and students will be able to go to whitehouse.gov and access resources in time for the new school year, because I want to encourage more schools to do what you are doing. You've set a standard. You've set a bar. More schools can do it across the country. If you're going to college, I also want to make sure that when you graduate, you don't have a mountain of debt. So we're not only working to make college more affordable, we're working to help more students pay back their loans that they take out when they go to college. It is not fair to students who do everything right to get saddled with debt that they have to pay off, not just for years, but in some cases decades. We can do better than that. And even though they had votes and they couldn't make it, I want to give a plug to a couple people, Senator Elizabeth Warren and Congressman John Tierney, both from Massachusetts, who introduced bills that would make it easier for students to repay their student loans. It's the same idea we use to make it easier for your parents to pay off their mortgages. Now today that idea was defeated by Republicans in Congress, which was frustrating, especially, well, don't boo, just remember to vote. So I know this is frustrating for parents, it's frustrating for students who are working hard and doing everything right. There are too many politicians in Washington who don't have the right priorities. We need to straighten them out. And maybe they forgot where they came from and who invested in them along the way. And when a bill to help you pay off your college doesn't pass, it's a disservice not only to your generation, but to our history as a nation that strives to put quality education within the reach of every American. So we're going to have to keep on putting pressure on Congress. But in the meantime, where Congress won't act, I'm going to do whatever I can on my own. So on Monday, I announced executive actions that are going to help students like you find the right options and give millions of Americans who are already making their loan payments a chance to cap those repayments at 10% of their income. Because a quality education shouldn't be something that other kids get. It should be something that every kid gets. And that has to be a priority for this country. I tell you all this not just because you stand to benefit from changes in laws, but because you're going to have to be a part of helping to shape the law. You're going to have to shape public opinion. You're going to have to remember everybody who invested in you. You're going to have to remember the experience of being part of this incredible community. And then when you go out into the world, whether you are a business person or you are in the military or you are an academic or a doctor or whatever it is that you're doing, you're also going to be a citizen. You're also going to be somebody who has a voice in how this country operates. And you've got to push so that others get the same chance you did. And making sure that every young person has the same opportunities you've had, it won't be easy. Progress takes commitment. It takes hard work. We have to fight through the cynicism. It's going to take work from parents and from teachers and members of the community and from students. But I know we can do it, and I know it because of you. If Melinda Blanchard can get so good at welding that a bunch of college kids ask her help building a solar-paneled house for a competition in China, I know that we can get more young people excited about learning. If Greg Carlson can help the robotics team at Worcester Tech win the World Championship and still find time to mentor a robotics team at the middle school where he started out, then I know we can help guarantee every child in America a quality education. If Derek Murphy can start his own web development company and graduate with 18 college credits, I know we can help more students earn the skills that businesses are looking for. You're already doing it. You're already blazing a trail. You're already leading. You're already giving back. You don't need to remember what I said today because you're already doing it. And if it can happen in Worcester, it can happen any place. And if it does, if more communities invest in young people like you, if you give back, if we all keep fighting to put opportunity within the reach of everybody who's willing to work for it, America will be stronger, your future will be brighter. There is no limit to what we can do together. So congratulations, class of 2014. You're going to do big things. God bless you. God bless the United States of America.
Thank you, President Obama. Thank you, President Obama, not only for being here, but for your inspiring remarks. We are so honored to have you here celebrating our student and our school success. At this time, I'd like to introduce our class officers, President Reginald Sarpong, Vice President Monica Valente, Secretary Aisha Flint, and Treasurer Lakeisha Alston. They would like to present our guests with a gift of appreciation.
On behalf of the class of 2014, I would like to thank President Obama for joining us today and for sharing his words of inspiration and encouragement. We would like to present you with this Worcester Technical High School National Blue Ribbon School Jacket as a remembrance of the celebration and to thank you for making our graduation an event that we will surely never forget.
Superintendent Dr. Melinda Boone, and Mayor Joseph Petty, we would like to present you with these gifts, a donation in your name to the Worcester County Food Bank as a token of our appreciation for your support and participation in this truly memorable event. At this time, we would like to present a gift from the class of 2014 to Dr. Harity. We would like to thank her and the entire Worcester Technical High School staff for 4 remarkable years.
Thank you very much for your generous gift. The class of 2014 will always be with us. And now it is the time you have been waiting for. We will now present the diplomas to our graduates.
Destiny Kiera Albino. Leona Alicia. Nicole Allen. Zachary Seth Allen. Brittany Marie Alston Chavis. LaQuisha Alston Madison. Omar Amakyle. Vincent Rashawn Anderson. Lizette M. Arden. Merlin E. Arevalo. Natalia Baez. Hovanas Balian. Jeffrey P. Balzer. Douglas Eric Barbin. Rose Batista. Justin T. Beck. Emily Bagonis. Michael Joseph Benson. Matt Andrew Bergeron. Lindsay Bernier. Deandra Nicole Berry. Larry Bethune. Gina N. Biseglia. Ryan Biseglia. Melinda Marie Blanchard. Johanny Bowman Pagan. Kristen Boyce Tambo. Cameron Bryant. Ariel Amy Banowski. Kara Burgess. Keneal S. Burgos. Timothy P. Burke. Mikey Caraballo. Sabrina Imzadi Cabrera. Brianna Kane. Nelijah Campbell. Yanitza Nicole Campos. Zaire J. Candelaria. Anthony Robert Corelli. Benjamin Thomas Corelli. Gregory Carlson. Michael Caro. Brittany Carsis. Stephanie Emanuela Castano Flores. Lusana Marie Castillo. Deja Chambers. Rolisha Shantain. Lynn Tui Chow. Sydney Chown. Juan D. Cintros Balsiero. Kiana Elaine Clark. Anthony Christian Colazzo. Brianna Rosalind Colleary. Alex Jomar Colon. Daisha Marie Colon. Darren M. Colon. Michael R. Como. Nelvi Ronaldo Contreras. Needleson Joel Contreras. Marquise J. Cordova. Rhiannon M. Corey. Michaela Corrales Solis. Monica Cortez Morales. Jeanette Cortez Rivera. Alicia Covington. Chantel Crossley. Israel Cruz Jr. Arlene Cruz Famania. Duin J. Cruz Vargas. Corey Daigle. Matthew Daly. Isaac Arahim da Silva. Jamalex de la Cruz. Noeli Innes Delgado. Cheyenne R. Delgado. Marissa Delmo. Naomi Lee Desolette. Krista Marie Diaz. Tristan A. Diaz. Joel Israel Diaz Ortega. Anthony DeLeo. Kevin A. Dow. Brenna Noel Duffy. Nicole Dufresne. Emilia Kate Duke. Alexandra Lee Dupree. Stephen L. Feliciano. Anael Fernandez Quinones. Kyra M. Forero. Kayla Lynn Finneran. Colin Joseph Fitzgerald. Joshua Michael Fleming. Asia Marie Flint. Jonathan Fullen. Jessica Galvin. Avril Garcia Rodriguez. Maggie Gardella. Brittany Lynn Gerber. Tracy Ann M. Giacobbe. Jackson John Gerard. Lucas James Gerard. Samuel L. Gerard. Brian Joseph Gibbrey. Mawalo G. Gissy. Matthew Glavin. Ransford Glover. Brianna Marie Gonzalez. Stephen Daniel Gonzalez. Udo J. Gonzalez III. Giselle Guerrero. J.C. Guzzetti. Hadil S. Hamza. Brandon Hanlon. Michael J. Hanrahan. Corinne Harden. Shannon Delaney Hardigan. Ashley N. Healy. Stephanie Hemingway. Cristia Herrera. Lynette Herrera. Jonathan Hicks. Caitlin A. Hoagland. Jenna Lee Hokinson. Rebecca Holmes. Kylie Noel Huard. Cheyenne Poussin. Caitlin Iannoli. Savannah Jackson. Abdul Rahman J-Lo. Hassan I. James. David Jakulski. Alexis Rafael Javier. Ashley Nicole Jeanette. Kayla Marie Johnson. Samuel Johnson. Tomas Casper. Travis J. Katinas. Zachary A. Kelly. Jared Keys. Justina M. Kirkowitz. Lucia Marie LeConte. Lisa Lilla Liberty. Mark Stephen Laporte Jr. Daniel LeBron Jr. Demetrius N. Lisoli. Anthony Lemansky Jr. Anthony Richard LeMay. Alexis Lombardosi. Jose Carlo Lopez. Talia Yvette Lopez. Michael Lovejoy, Jr. Milton Lugo Rodriguez, Jr. Michael Masiag. Kyle J. Mack. Daniel Macco.
Martin M. Mena. Matthew Maldonado. Rosemarie Maldonado. Melanie Maldonado Cabrera. Barbara Jean Molesky. Abigail Mann. Makaija Maribel. Matthias Francisco Maribel. Tyler J. Maraglia. Alicia M. Marcano. Jacob Anthony Marin. Jeremy D. Marin. Joshua Michael Marin. Kayleen Marie Marin. Josue David Marrero. Nicole Marshall. Justin Martin. Cynthia Marie Martinez. Logan Martinez. Raquel L. Martinez. Guadalupe C. Martinez Garcia. Rolando Marty Jr. John J. Mastrorio. Emily Matson. Ryan Patrick Mayer. Haley Mae McClintock. Kayla McPherson. Rayanne Miranda Medeiros. Christian Emmanuel Mena. Justine Rosalinda Mercado. Troy J. Merchant. Nicole Louise Miller. Sonia Minow. Lynette Marie Mojica. Kaylee Monahan. Dorothea M. Morales. Eduardo W. Morales. Rachel G. Munguia. Derek T. Murphy. Anthony Ning. Tuan Nguyen. Adrian J. Nieves. Adelso J. Noriega. Gabriella Sage Normandin. Marvin Nunez. Matthew O'Connor. Omolara C. Ojo. Ariel C. Oketch. Sean Michael Olney. Carla Eunice Orellana. Diana Vet Ortiz. Kenya L. Ortiz. Javier Ortiz Marble. Liz A. Otero Torres. Raymond J. Otero Torres. Emily A. Ovitt. Jessica Pagan. Brittany Elizabeth Peak. Genesis Enid Pena. Caridad Perez. Nicholas Perez. Lindsay Piccolo. Brianna Elizabeth Pelagian. Nicholas Pelagian. Jazz Marie Swail Pineda. Asia M. Price. Lucius Adam Pai. Hung Kwok. Eric Yadiel Ramos. Jake Joseph Richard. Carlos Rivera. Michael T. Rivers. Carlos Robles. Francisco Javier Rodriguez. Jaylene Rodriguez. Monica Judith Rodriguez Rivera. Duverkia Angeli Rojas. Rick D. Roman Jr. Beata Rosa. Carlos Rosa. Emily Rosa. Joshua Rosa. Tavia Marie Rosario. Jenna Rovezi. Kendrick M. Royce. Kimberly M. Ruiz Acevedo. Fanta Secor. Naomi Michelle Sally. Carlos Sanchez. William Sanchez. Julio Alex Santana. Felipe O. Santos. Karen Michelle Santos. Tyler N. Sapiric. Reginald Opoku Sarpong. Lucas W. Saunders. Melanie Rebecca Schmeidler. Dylan Hunter Schofield. Adelaris Silva. Dominique Simoncini. Madeline K. Simpson. Anthony D. Siriani. William Joseph Slavinskis. Michelle E. Snelling. Michelle Solano. Michaela Violet Summers. LaShawn Spate. Robert P. Sposato III. Jesse St. Laurent. Jenna Ariane Stupinski. Michael Stevens. Benjamin Asher Strauss. Megan K. Sullivan. Anthony Swenson. Cameron O'Brien Sykes. Nicholas J. Takulis. Francis Taveras. Brendan O'Neill Taylor. Andrew David Thorne. Calvin Tran. Kyle Trang. Kayla Maria C. Troyo. Kevin O. Tubins. Monica Senna Valenti. Kyle Vartanian. Christian Vasquez. Amber Velasquez. Michael J. Vivlamore. Brandon Vona. Soleil Tatiana Wally. Sharon Wanjiru Naduda. Riley Wasgett. Kendra Webb. Kyle Wayne Welch. Katya Wheeler. Shanice Wheeler Seda. Paul Wiersbicki. Kyle Williams Ramos. Adriana E. Rubel. Aldo Gemilari. Melissa Zayas.
Naomi? Thanks, honey. It is with great pleasure. It is with great pleasure that I present to you the class of 2014. At this time, we'd like to thank President Obama for joining us. Thank you, President Obama. Could you please remain in your rows and allow the president, students, and faculty to march out together? Thank you.